Hello everybody, today I'm sharing with you my mood for the new Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 4. I'm really excited about this one, but it's actually been doing my head in a little bit because, like so many other people, I could not make my mind up what I wanted to do. I came up with three ideas for the wall hanging thing, and then I realized that's not exactly how I wanted to do it. And then once I got in mind what I wanted to do, those three colors and moods went out the window, and I came up with this one. And I'm really happy with this. And they're lovely items. They're just things that make me very happy, and they're pleasing to my eye. The whole color is very cottagey, and I love that. It was inspired by this doorknob, actually, that I found thrifting, and it's not an old doorknob, but it made me very happy, and I bought it and thought one day I will have that on my craft room door. And it's a porcelain one, but I've popped that in the center there because that adds to my mood, and that's what this is all about. This is setting the tone for the work that I want to do. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to use everything in this box, but it gives me that sense of the style I'm going for. I've also got things that I didn't add to the box. I've got some beautiful buttons here that were gifted to me, and another set here, and I think these are from Zeffie. And they're just beautiful. I think these ones were from Zeffie. One of these are from Zeffie, and they're just beautiful. And then there's little pearl buttons that I found just out thrifting, 80 cents. But nonetheless, you know, I just love that, the sheen to them. They're not too shiny. They're just beautiful. A little bit of beading. I may add a little bit of beading to my work. It's just a little bit that I had left of glass beads. I've got this beautiful fringing. It's like a looped fringe, and I found it thrifting a long time ago. I keep it in this bag because I don't want to get it all tangled, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but I've never used it. And I thought, well, I may be able to use it on this project. I may not, but I may. I have mother of pearl buttons here because I do love to use them in most of my projects. Now I've just popped them in this box to keep it all contained because I needed to take a photo of it, but they won't be staying in this box. This was just for the purpose of a photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them all out of the box and show you what inspired me. I think this is going to be a fun project. I think the beginning of every project is really exciting, isn't it? So, as I said, the doorknob was my inspiration. Obviously, I'm not going to use this on my piece, but it was there for inspiration. I just thought it was ever so pretty. We'll put that to one side. I have a pillowcase on the table behind. I may use the fabric out of that lovely pillowcase, the blue and white. I also have a linen tea towel here that could work well on the base as well. Like I said, I may or may not use these items, but they inspire me for the look that I'm after. I have a gorgeous little porcelain brooch here. It's just beautiful. What does that say? Made in England. Healer craft. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's so beautiful. That may go on my piece because it's a brooch, so it may quite easily go on my piece. I'll carefully pop that over there. Threads. I love the look of the tan color of the wood. That's inspiring as well. But these lovely old threads may find a use when I'm stitching. I have some rickrack, some very dainty blue rickrack. I'm just going to put them in a container to the side there. I also have some pom-poms. Now, these two pom-poms here were actually from Gail, father of four, quite some time ago, and they're adorable. So those ones I will definitely be using on my piece. And these three here actually come off a vintage trim. And I didn't want to fill my box up too much, so I'll be using probably this vintage trim as well in my piece. So I'm going to put those in there. Pom-poms were to give me the idea. I've got a lovely vintage blue trim, nice little crocheted one. And this lovely, lovely little applique piece. And that was also from Gail. It's so lovely, and I rarely get things like this. So to me, that is rather special. So that will be going on my piece as well. I've also got this lovely little piece of old lace here. And another one from Gail there as well. So hopefully they will find a place on my project. Now, that's some more thread, different shades of green. I was toying with the idea of introducing a very light turquoise colour as well. I don't know. I'll just see how I go as I go along. I have some beautiful, beautiful ribbons. And these are vintage ribbons. And they're absolutely gorgeous. And all of these ribbons are from Rena. Some of you may know Rena from Instagram, Rena Vanderveen. Beautiful, beautiful ribbons. So I will definitely be using some of those on my project, along with some organza ribbon as well. I have another little piece here, and I think this was from Gail. It's actually slightly coloured on one side. I don't know if the camera is picking that up or not. There we go. But I think I'll flip it over and do my own colours on the other side. Okay, now I've just put some scraps of fabric in there because these are the kinds of colours I want to use. I barely have any of these fabrics left, but it gives me the idea of what I can, when I'm going through some things, because I haven't been through everything. I don't want to go through everything. I can keep in mind the sort of thing that I want to use on my project, and if I come across it, I can use it. Some doilies. I may use crochet doilies. I probably will more than likely use crochet doilies. And some more scraps of fabric. These can be used, and just a couple more there as well. Some mini prints. Okay, so now, there we have a little antique piece of lace that I will use. I also have this beautiful handkerchief, and that was also from Rena. It has a J on it, so I will use that. It's a beautiful colour, absolutely beautiful colour. And once again, just a couple of little scraps to give me that idea of what I'm looking for. This sort of thing goes beautifully together, different types of ticking fabric, so I'll be digging some of those out. I know I've got some, but I just took the scraps that I had laying around. I've got this beautiful velvet. It's a ribbon, I thought I could use some of that on it. I love the colour of it. That was from Gail. And I also have this lovely little, it's the top of a little girl's dress. I've used part of the bottom of it already, and I thought I can utilize, especially this part here. It's really pretty. I can use that in it as well because it's a nice dusty kind of pink. It's not too bright or candified. So I will definitely use that, and the little ribbon. Oh, I have this other little trim here, and I once again just cut a little piece off because it was too big. But it's a beautiful vintage trim that I got at the collectible show. Not recently. I got this quite a long time. Oh, this 3.3 meters was $1. I love it. So I will more than likely use that as well. It's really nice. And then lastly, this was a cushion cover. It's beautiful, beautiful linen fabric, and I love all the colours in it. So I will definitely be using that. I think that's it. I've shown you all the little bits here. I'll put those in there as well so I don't forget to use them. I'm not making a wall hanging though, and I decided that because when I was going to make a wall hanging, I couldn't narrow it down to just one, and I don't have time to make 2 or 3. I don't want to have to do that. I just want to make the one piece. And then I thought maybe I should make a book. I actually have a book made of precious things. It's a beautiful book I made years ago. It consists of precious things from many, many crafters from around the world. They each sent me something they regarded as precious in their crafting or in their life, and I incorporated it into a collage book. It's just beautiful. So I don't want to do that again because I've got one of those. But with these colours, they're rather practical colours. So what I'm going to do is make a bag. Now, let's move that. In one of my Temu videos, I got a bag. And the bag is this one here, and it's very cheap and a little flimsy, and I wasn't very happy with it. But I love the size of it. I love the concept of it with the little handles that you can take, you know, if you're doing something here, it can sit off to the side. If you're in the lounge room, you can just take it with you as well. At the moment, I've just popped these like pockets that I had in there, and also the packet that I got from Temu as well. I want to make a better quality one of these. So this is my inspiration, but this isn't working for me. It's just too crooked and things. And it's 10.5 inches by the look of it. Yeah, 10.5 inches by 6.5 inches by 4 inches. That's the sort of thing I want to make, probably with a divider in the center. I'm not going to put zippers on it. I may put a pocket on it, but it's like a little carry-all, and I thought it's something practical that I can do with all my pretty things. So I sketched it, as I always do. I like to be, you know, once I've made my mind up about something, I kind of like to get it down on paper. So I've got Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 4, and as you can see, I've kind of mapped out how I'm going to do it. Of course, this can change at any time. It's not set in concrete. There's usually 12 weeks of the project, and so I've got 4 sections on the front and 4 on the back and 2 on each side. I can overlap those, change those around, or do anything I want to them. I don't know what their prompts are going to be, but I can work on a panel and then add a collage over the top of it. So we'll just wait and see. I have the handles, and I've just sort of mapped out. I haven't put measurements on it just yet. On the back, I put an extra little panel so that I could put volume 4 on there as well. So that's my plan for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery's Volume 4. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope, in case you were stuck or in the same position I was, where I just could not make my mind up because there were too many options. Like, I love everything in my craft room, so it's really hard to pick just a few things. I wanted to do everything, and also I have no room to hang up anything on my wall in my craft room. I don't want things like that hanging up in my living area. And the only other place is my bedroom, and then it's narrowing it down for my bedroom as well. And I like my bag idea, so I'm going with that. And that's quite all right, because they did mention you could, do a book or a roll or whatever you want to do. You don't have to do a wall hanging. It's just what I've decided to do. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll busily trying to finish off my volume 3 before July gets here. So take care, everybody. Bye.